Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be able finally to do a video for you. I'm going to tell you what happened to me last week and the reason why I was not able to make a video, wrap up of the video for the week number 13. And I just today on April 21st, Tuesday, 8:12 a.m., I'm able to do a beginning of a week 14 video, a scratch corner, playing with my daughter in the house with a very soft ball. You would not even pay attention to that ball. And we were playing volleyball, sort of volleyball. And I received the ball in the eye. So unfortunately for me, my cornea was scratched. I had to wait for about 20 hours before to be able to go to see an ophthalmologist. And I never experienced a pain like this in my life. So I wish that you will never have to feel a pain like this in your life either. But it has been a quite a little adventure for the past 7 days. It should be finished by the end of this week. You might not see my eye completely because it's completely dilated. And so I probably have a big eye like this right here and a tiny on the other side. But to give you the good note is I ended up to know now what is to give birth, because for my ophthalmologist, the level of pain that I ended up to endure was equivalent of giving birth to a child without any medication to help you not feeling any pain. And oh boy, that was intense, like never experienced before. So that said, I wanted to thank you for your hard work that you are all doing right now. I would like to remind you a few things. First of all, don't forget to post your assignment in a PDF form, as it has been explained many times. I still sometimes receive some email, student who doesn't know how to do it. I would like to refer you to the different video I've made that the head of the department has made, and all the process has been announced very clearly. So please refer to that. I would like also to remind you that it's very important for you to do the ritual quizzes. They are part of your learning process. And even though they don't pay much in terms of points, they are going to pay a lot in terms of your ability to do your exams and your final with an open book. Yes, you do have an open book, but remember that 50 minutes goes very fast. So having an open book and not reviewing and not doing the work every week is not obviously recommended, because you will have an open book, but you will lose so much time using the book that at the end you will be not able to do your exam or your final properly. So please pay attention to that. Also, I'd like to remind you that if you are living in a different time zone than Vincent's, remember that every time the time is set up as a Vincent's time, which is East Coast, if I'm correct. And so if you are living, by example, in Evansville, and it's closing at 8 p.m., that means it's going to close, if I'm correct, at 7 p.m. in Evansville. So don't forget that. Don't forget that when you start the exam and it's closing at 8 p.m., depending where you are on the time zone, it closes at 8 p.m. And if you start in at 7:30, you will have only 20 minutes or 30 minutes to do the exam. So remember that. All right. So for this week, number 14, for the Math 102, you have section 6.1 and 6.2 today. They are already on the Blackboard on the YouTube channel. So please refer to the different program I gave and correct on the YouTube channel. You have the MAT 107, METT 107, section 8.2 and 9.5 this week, with the ritual quizzes corresponding to this section to be done. And finally, for the MAT 103, you have section 12.4 and 12.5. There is obviously no chapter 12 project regarding the fact that we are in confinement. I hope all of you are doing well, that you are all taking care of yourself, that you're safe and healthy. Please be very careful to continue to have the right way to wear your mask, to right way to wash your hands, to not to touch your face. If I'm not mistaken, and I think I'm not, we are the confinement has been pushed back until May 1st, but nonetheless, even though after that, I would really recommend that you have to pay attention to the different guidelines that are going to be provided. And from what I've been reading for the past month and a half now, and for the past few days, a normal life is going to go back to. We will have a normal life at some point, and until then, you must be very cautious. And I think it's the best way to do it. By simple gesture is just washing your hand, avoiding to touch your like if it was in a normal. I'm doing that pretty much all the time. The most difficult part is that you have to do it even more now because of this virus. But everything will be all right. We are going to go through this. I'm here for you. If you need anything, you have my office hour, who has been published, announced on Sunday, and I hope that you will all continue to work very hard to be able to have your exam and your final with a good grade. I would like just to remind you for week. It's just a reminder because we're almost at the end. The next week will be week 15, and that will be the exam number 4 for MAT 103. So it's coming up already, and I would like to maybe for sure reinforce your ability to start to review your exam. For METT 107, you have a little bit of time. It will be in 2 weeks. But nonetheless, it's starting to review. It's now because the exam number 4 for METT will be just the week before final exam. So, and we will go back to that later. And finally, for MAT 102, your exam will be also in 2 weeks. So, MAT 103, your exam is next week. Next Friday. So you almost have 2 weeks, in fact. The following week we'll do review. I'll be here to answer your questions. So I wish you a very good day, a very good week. No music today. You will forgive me, but I have to. I still see a little bit blurry from my left eyes, and a lot of lights on my eyes is getting me tired. So I don't want to go and make some research, but I promise you, you will have something by the end of the week, something very entertaining like last time. My daughter loved it, and we had a lot of fun dancing on it with me and her. So have a good day, have a good week, stay safe and healthy, continue to take care of yourself, and take care of your family. Keep washing your hand, keeping your distance when you go get groceries, and have a good week. Bye bye.